Non-ascension. What's going on out there? Much peace, much grace to the royal bloods, the royal families out there, the kings and queens. You know, straight like that. So, question is, why is our people such a dishonor? That's the question. Back then, and it should be as it is now. Back then, and up until how it should be now, how in ancient Kemet all over the freaking world. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up because, I want to remind the so-called black folk out there that we had what they call tradition. We had our ways of living as far as life is concerned. We had our own ways, our own ways of living until we got into this Western way of living, under man, when you look at those statues back in the day that was built, they was built in honor. You got to understand that they was built in a sense of respect, especially before you die and stuff like that, or when you're about to die, or just the things you have done in your godly lifestyle, in your godly state. Those statues were built, and now today, look at the black folk today. When you die, you ain't even honorable when you die. You know what I'm saying? It's like your death was not honorable. It didn't really serve a purpose. But you being a degenerate, insubordinate a-hole, you know what I'm saying? What you have done is no work. You're not a stand-up woman or a stand-up man. You know what I'm saying? Goddess and goddess. You're not a stand-up, honorable, respectful person, So, when these people die, you know what I'm saying, when the black folk die out here, all they get is a picture on a shirt and an obituary. What is the honor in that? I mean, let's be realistic. What's the honor in living in that kind of, in that kind of respect? Because that ain't honorable. Ain't no respect in that, man. Meanwhile, you got the so-called white man. He building all kinds of statues for his kind, and and for the black folk that sold out, that did his bidding until it was time for them to get taken out. You know what I'm saying? They did their piece. So you got the so-called white man that's holding up the ordinance that we used to represent. Got you seeing it as evil or, something to look past. I understand that Kemet and all of that and all these places is ruins, and we definitely should always look to the future. We should always look towards the future. Point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? Always. Should always look to the future. We should always be future beings. And, with that being said, we gotta look ahead of the game. And another thing I want to say, you know what I can't stand is when you got these people out here, these black folk out here, that know a goddamn rap song way better than they know their body. They don't even know how their body operate or what food that endangers them as far as their bodily functions not being up to par. They just know every goddamn rap songs to a damn T. Like, why don't you know how to use, certain hygiene methods or certain hygiene methods to kill bacteria on the skin? Why you don't know that to a T? Why do you don't know what correct food to eat and what people you need to stay away from? You know what I'm saying? They know all that to a T. They know Cardi B, talking this drip and all this kind of stuff. It just annoys me, man. I just stay away from people like that, man. These people are just so corny, man. They just so whack. They just don't have their own style. They just, everything the radio says, it's like Simon Says, you know, on these damn radio stations. It's like everything the radio play, they pick up the signal and they just rock with it, you know. They study it like it's a study guide. You know, like it's a study book. They just be on it. They study these lyrics and then they just say it and reminisce like and bump to it like it's their music, like they created it. Not knowing that you bumping the beast music. That's the beast music. You know what I'm saying? The so-called white man's music. You know? It's ridiculous, man. A total dishonor. That's why it's no respect, man. You know? Even these guys, these black folk today that's in the hood, they all in the hood together. They all in the hood together, and they still can't get it together. You know? They don't know how to set up block captains, community captains, leaders, and stuff like that. They can't even hold community conferences to sit at a table to see if they can get these beer distributors out of here. You know, these beer delis, these alcoholic delis. You know what I'm saying? These drug dealers and stuff like that. They don't even have the ability to do that. You know what I'm saying? My mom is calling me, man. Bad time to call me while I'm doing a freaking video. Sheesh. But, you know, that's business. Business call. She calling me for business. But, anywho. Yeah, it's just a dishonor. Ain't nobody building no statues in honor of their own kind as far as the so-called black race. And they sit up there. They kill each other, knock each other off. But that's the judgment that's being from those who are up on high. They send a judgment out to these goddamn insubordinate, disobedient souls out here that been vibing on a spiritual frequency. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. On a spiritual frequency. You know what I'm saying? And I played that video yesterday in reference to the humans. The humans know what's going on. They know how they was created, and they know what happened. They privy to those accounts. You know what I'm saying? Those who know who's up in those ranks within Freemasonry or Masonry, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They know what the hell is going on. You know, these regular people out here, they don't know what's going on, man. They lost. They completely lost. They don't have no knowledge. They don't even have the tools to understand what the hell is going on or what happened. You know what I'm saying? That's why they pick up these different kinds of religions and stuff like that. Especially, you know what I'm saying? That the human beings know more than these black folk out here. You know? It's crazy, man. So, you know, if you couldn't hear it, if you need to hear from the so-called white man, maybe, because, you know, a lot of people, man, they just want to be shown, they want to be shown things, and they want to be convinced. Like, if you want to be convinced, convince yourself with just putting, you know, put yourself through the process. You know what I'm saying? Utilize yourself as what they call a test dummy. Put yourself under a test and experience certain things. See things for yourself and see if it's real. That's why I said, you know, if you want to see higher beings and all of that, you want to go through the ranks, the real ranks, disregard the flesh. Don't be a punk. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a punk. Disregard the flesh. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be tough. They want to be the rootinest tootinest. But, you know, these gangsters too. They want to be the rootinest tootinest, but they scared of, they scared to meet God. You know, that's why they always say, um, they fear God. You know what I'm saying? They fear God. I don't fear no man but God. You know what I'm saying? That's what type time they be on. You know what I'm saying? But you the rootinest, tootinest gangster, you know what I'm saying? I think Tupac said he don't have no fear. He don't fear nothing, but later on said he feared God. You know what I'm saying? Oxymoron. I mean, I could be wrong with what he's saying, but I think I heard him say something like that, man. But yeah, these guys, man, they be pump faking like they about to take a shot. You know what I'm saying? Try to make a 3-pointer. These niggas be pump faking, be glitching. You know what I'm saying? That's how they be, acting like they about to pull a 3-pointer or a 2-pointer. You know what I'm saying? They be frauding, man, and that's why you know, the black folk are dishonor, man. It's nothing being built in honor of none of our people, because nobody even have enough respect to even build these things. They don't know they don't know what honor is. It's like ignorance to them. It's completely ignorance. It's strange to them. You know what I'm saying? They think honor has something to do with you eating with your boys or your girls eating with your girls. They talking about, well, you know what I'm saying, we ain't friends unless we eat together or starve together. Man, come on, man. That's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Living by those codes, those guidelines, man, they don't know what honor is and what honor represent. Honor have everything to do with lifting up your brothers and sisters out here. You know what I'm saying? Assisting them with getting off drugs, assisting them with getting them off alcohol, assisting them with knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Assisting them with food that's going to benefit them, feeding them the knowledge of how to get rid of toxins in the body, these damn parasites, letting them know who your true family is. But they got to see that for themselves. As far as family and friends, they got to see that scope for them damn selves. You know what I'm saying? They have to see that scope for themselves. You know? That's what real honor is, man. You building up your people. You building up a thorough, real society. You know what I'm saying? I understand, man. People do not understand this dimension that we in. Yo, since I've been on my joint, yo, I haven't been hungry like that, man. It's like I eat like at least twice a day. Maybe 1 or 2 times a day, man. Like, I don't even be hungry like that. And at some days when I get a chance to, but overall, man, I just be eating the right food. Straight like that, man. I want to connect. I don't know about nobody else. I don't know. I want to connect. I want to connect. Should you disregard the Bible? You know what? The Bible was one of the things that opened my eyes. I mean, I wouldn't say it like that, but like I said, my video called Bible Experiences. Hold on. Yeah. My video called Bible Experiences or whatever, basically what that was me trying to go beyond the book. That was my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to go above and beyond then add some Adam and Eve. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be the purest child. Man, that was my mind. I'm like, you know what? I wanna see God. I wanna see what this heaven like, because I know ain't nobody following this Bible. You know what I'm saying? I said, I bet I'm gonna be the only one on this damn earth following the Bible to a T. Nah, and this was the Bible my grandmother bought before she transitioned or whatever. As far as my grandma, she had thousands of medication, thousands of bottles. She had like a whole big black trash bag full of medications, man. I used to look at that like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, sheesh. I knew it was bad. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I ain't even had the knowledge like that, but it was just common sense just ringing in my head like, it's unnormal for a person to have all those goddamn bottles of medication. She had thousands by the boatload, man. And I can imagine how much medication she was taking, man. It's just crazy. And, it took her out. It took her out, you know what I'm saying? And my grandma, she got all sons, you know what I'm saying? Like 5 sons. None of them was privy to that knowledge, you know what I'm saying? They ain't put her D, and, she was very much into Jesus and the spirit world, and, question is, where was those spirits when, where was Jesus when you was sick and going through it? Nowhere, you know what I'm saying? Jesus is an illusion. But yeah, I wanted to go beyond that Bible, you know what I'm saying? But, the Bible was a start, you know what I'm saying? Like, I used to have conversations after conversations with, not so much me having a conversation, but I would hear the conversations in in the living room and stuff like that when my, pops, grams, uncles would be in the room. You know what I'm saying? The living room, they'd be conversating about fallen angels and all that kind of stuff. Like, it would be like every weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like, they would sit down and congregate and talk about, you know what I'm saying, the Bible and God and stuff like that. Like, and I admired that as a start, even though it wasn't the real God, but I was glad that folks could communicate on that level. You know what I'm saying? Due to the fact that even when I was little, you know what I'm saying, I seen some stuff, man. I always had that in my mind, like, what the hell is going on? What God is, and, I want to know what God is. You know what I'm saying? And it always intrigued me to know. Like, I was so interested in knowing what earth was and what God is. You know what I'm saying? Always been interested in that. Always wanted to find the answer. You know what I'm saying? Always wanted to know. So yeah, yeah, man, it's like ain't no honor no more. But eventually it's going to come, man. It's going to present itself. It's going to present itself, man. Stay true. Stay true to self, man. Don't be trusting everybody. You can't trust everybody out here, man, because it's a wild. Man, you got to be a soldier, a soldier out here. Definitely got to be a soldier out here, man, because it's, you know what I'm saying, it's war out on your soul. You know what I'm saying? If you got the so-called white man pulling out all these tricks to try to, get you to disregard truth, that's a war tactic. That's a war on your soul. That's a war on your intelligence. So that means you gotta be on point. You gotta be mentally stable. You gotta be mentally balanced to be aware of these damn jabs, uppercuts, and right hooks left hooks that's trying to get you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta duck